We're back with another update on the Coyote swap. A few things have been done. Most noticeable is this bumper support we decided to get custom made. That and the radiator support. We decided to get these things done. Together, they shaved off 30 pounds from the front end of the car. And we will be all motor for a little bit, so I guess everything counts. So as you can see, we also got our SVE radiator in. It's not wired yet, but it's in there. Comes with the dual fans. We also got the transmission cooler in place. We ran the lines already to the transmission. Decided to put it in through the K-member there. And into the transmission. In the last video, I tried to show you guys the pedals. The lighting obviously wasn't the greatest, so here it is. There's the manual brake pedal, electric gas pedal. During our welding, obviously, as I mentioned, these needed to get welded up, so we got those welded up. Torque boxes. Back to the computer. I want to show you guys how we did it. We obviously got our engine base shaved, so we wanted to make sure no screws were coming through the fenders and stuff, so we decided to make these brackets. Maybe not the cleanest, but they work. And you know that nothing goes through the fender, so that's what we were looking for. So for the wiring, this is the way we decided to run it. Everything is trying to be hidden here as much as possible. We put our junction box here, this fuse here. On the actual Coyotes, it's right on the battery, but since we put it in the trunk, we kind of cut it up and put it up here, also in the inner fender, and just cleaned up the wiring a little bit as much as we could. Everything trying to keep it as tucked as possible. We got some ground there. We have a ground there. We decided to put our fuse box inside the car, pretty much where the stock computer goes on the Fox bodies. We got our fuel system in. A little deeper into it up here. This is our stock F-150 fuel rail. We decided to bend it over here. We put a push lock adapter so it could go into a -6 line. Routed it through the fender and all the way to the back of the tank. I will put the link in the description below of where we got the idea of how to do this fuel system, because we did piece it together. Here's the fuel filter / regulator that then feeds into the tank. A few other things we got welded on was UPR anti-roll bar. We also have these supports, extra support for the rear end housing. We also got the Maximum Motorsports full length subframe connectors welded in. Back to the master cylinder. We decided to run one out of a Ford Ranger. The reason for that is because the fittings are on this side and the Maximum Motorsports was on the opposite side, which we were having trouble with it being too close to the valve cover. So these are just some ideas, guys. This is not really a how-to. This is our first time doing it. So once we obviously test out that everything works, then we'll probably try to do a little more how-to videos, or at least how we got it done. Give you guys some ideas. I mentioned in the last video about the mods that we'll be doing. Our goal right now is to just get it started. We do have the intake only cams by L&M coming in already, but our goal is to just mainly get it started. Once that's done, we've done cams before, so we'll just take it apart. In order for us to run E85, we will be using the LU 47-pound injectors. Those are enough to run E85. We will be going with a Brett Barber ported stock throttle body, and probably an air raid or a PMAS if we could find one, air intake. For now, that's as far as we've gotten. We have a few more things to do, but we're hoping for a startup video soon. Stay tuned.